You know what time it is. You know what time it is.
How firm thy friendship. Oh, how
you know what time it is. Roll with them boys of the fall. You know what time it is. On the ground with a nose for the ball. You know what time it is. Blood, sweat, and them tears for this game. Leaving it all out on the field with no fear for you lames. And it's Buckeyes by a billion. We in the building with over 100,000. We represent from the uttermost to the public housing. If we don't play, our wide receivers got your secondary shook, so they cook them like Bobby Flay. Hey, stay out of my way and trust me, cause I know it's a way. Somebody please give this brother an eye. Come on.
What up, Buckeye Nation? Welcome to the Buckeye Boys, where we talk college football with real fans. I'm Devin. Got a good show planned for you guys tonight. Excited to be here. What up, everybody in the chat? Natural, Jim, Liz, Anthony. See y'all in there, man. I know Scoop is still going on. Nevada B. Moses Intrinsic still going on, but had to get the show going. What up, Linda, Jeffrey? Good to see y'all, man. Got some exciting news for y'all. Got a couple stories to share as well. Let me start off with this. What do you guys think about this? I got this the other day as a present. See the back of it? Now, my goal is to take this thing to the, what up, Chris? Take this thing to the Darryl. Take this thing to the Cotton Bowl. See if I can't get some signatures on this thing, man. I love it. It's like a real jersey. So, yeah, good stuff, man. Legend Bay officially signed today. David Gabriel Georges put us in his top 8. You know, some play calling news happened today. Got some intel on the coaching search. What is Ryan Day going to do as far as offensive coordinator, wide receiver? What's going on with the offensive line position? What's that going to look like in the Cotton Bowl? Going to go over a few of those things. Don't forget, guys, hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button as well. Super chats are open. If you super chat in the Buckeye Boys channel, I am streaming on 2 channels, guys. The Buckeye Boys with the Z, and Buckeye Scoop as well. Hit the like button on both of those, the subscribe button on both, all of that. But if you super chat, shoot, on both the channels, they both go into paying it forward, giving back to those in need, mainly veterans. So, yeah, guys, I wanted to tell you this. So today was an interesting day. You know, I own a company and I go remodeling companies. I have several customers, and was talking to one today, and she told me, hey, don't forget. She said, I heard you're going to the Cotton Bowl, yada, yada, yada. She said, hey, don't forget that that Miami put the U in OSU. And I was like, well, don't forget 2002. And she said, oh, yeah, that pass interference call that came 6 hours later. So good to know, man. Good fun banter back and forth with the customer. And yes, that is still on their mind. They keep talking about that. I'm stoked about this Miami game coming up. And then also, this one's funny, guys. I had the bug guy came in my home today. He went up in my room. I wasn't up here. So he'd been up here for like 5 minutes. I came up here and I saw him taking pictures of my wall right here. And he's like, bro, hopefully you don't mind. I had to snap some pictures of this. This is awesome. Come to find out, he's an ex-football player, like a big-time football player, played at the college level or whatnot. He's in a chat with a bunch of, or I don't know if he played at the college level, actually. I don't think I ever asked him that. But he's in a chat with a bunch of football guys, and he showed me the chat, subscribed to both the channels. So it was a cool day, man. Cool day along that front. We got to hear from the players today. We got to hear from Ryan Day. We got to hear from Matt Patricia and some of the defensive players. But what do I want to dive into? Here's what I want to dive into. Obviously, Day made the announcement today. An announcement that if you've been listening to the show, I've told you guys for quite some time now, that decision has been made. Ryan Day is going to be calling plays. It was interesting. I've been talking about that for a week and a half on this channel, and I tweeted it out yesterday on my channel. And you know how it is. Twitter's not a real world. Everybody was talking about, hey, is that based off real evidence? Just a guess. What is that? And then Ryan Day comes out today and announces it. So I thought that was a nice little funny thing. I just responded to him with the big HMMMMM ... So having a little fun on Twitter. But yeah, man. So Ryan Day came out and officially said that today, that he's taken over play calling. Brian Hartline will be coaching the wide receivers. So it's interesting, man, that you get mixed thoughts on this from Buckeye fans, and I would not have guessed that at all. So I got to start off by asking you guys, are you guys excited about Ryan Day taking over the play calling for these playoffs? I just got to know, because I am. Because with that, the intel that I got, along with, hey, Ryan Day is going to call the plays, is that, hey, he's done with 13, 14 personnel in the red zone. Now, we'll still probably see a little bit of it. They've invested a lot of time into it, but we're not going to see 60% of the calls inside the 20 be either 13 or 14 personnel with J.J. Smith or Carnell Tate off the field. That is intel directly out from inside the Woody. I trust that is going to happen. And I made a little friendly wager in the other chat over there. I said, I think what we're going to see, the very first play of the game is going to be a 15-yard or longer shot downfield to none other than Max Clare. You guys remember the Rose Bowl? The shot to G. Scott, that old Chip Kelly drew up. I'm telling you, that play's coming back out. Don't forget the play as well. The Notre Dame game with J.J. Smith, the fake end around. They ran that end around, which, by the way, where has that been? Ran that a lot last year. When you want to get the ball in your playmaker's hands, where's that play? I mean, there's several times that got good yardage on that play. So I think that Ryan Day taking over this play calling is going to be reminiscent of last year in the playoffs when we saw how different this team looked from the play calling standpoint. That's because Ryan Day was directly involved. That's exactly what happened, okay? And he likes to air that ball out, and it's going to happen. We have the quarterback to do it. We have the wide receivers to do it. We have a tight end to add to that list that can do it as well. So I'm excited to see that. But also the biggest thing, right, is, for me, I think when I look at this Miami game, I think the biggest thing is them getting pressure on Julian Saint. Okay. We watched how Indiana did that and how that affected our game plan. And then you watch Miami play, and that's the strength of their defense. That's the strength of their defensive line as well, their defensive ends. But if they want to apply pressure like that, you're going to end up leaving one of your corners one-on-one with either J.J. Smith or Carnell Tate. But we've got to give him enough time, right, to make those plays. With that, there are some changes happening with the offensive line. That got announced today as well. But again, if you've been listening to this show for any amount of time, you will know that, that decision was made a while ago because Tegra had surgery. They're not sure when he's going to come back. So you heard a couple players today bring up Gabe Van Sickle and Josh Padilla, right? They're rotating in and out right now in practice. Ryan Day talked about that as well. I ultimately think Gabe Van Sickle is going to end up winning this job outright, and he's going to be the one with the main amount of snaps. Josh Padilla will probably sub in and out from time to time, but I think the majority of the snaps will come from Gabe Van Sickle. And it's just like, well, how is that going to be different from Tegra? Well, we watched the Indiana game, the difference that was made there. Tegra is a big human being. He's like 6'5", 320. Well, so is Gabe, man. Gabe's like 6'5", 320 as well, just a little more athletic. So, dude, I love this. The players got 3 weeks to rest up. Speaking with several people inside the Woody, they're ready to go. I mean, J.J. Smith today talked about how actually severe his injury was going into that Michigan game. He injured it in practice. You know, he had to come out of the UCLA game. So a lot of these guys, man, even for that Indiana game, they were banged up, man, a lot more than what we realized. Tegra was playing injured the entire time. JJ was playing injured. Carnell Tate was playing injured. Julian Sane was playing injured. This isn't an excuse. Okay. I mean, Indiana had injuries as well. So this is not why I'm saying that. I'm saying this because we back in full motion now. We're healed up. We're ready to rock and roll. We know who our opponent is. It's Miami. JJ's fired up. Kenyatta Jackson's fired up. You heard him talk today. Several of these players are, man. So I love it. The media today, bro. I mean, asking questions like Miami's like I saw one of our posters on Buckeye Scoop. Shout out Uncle Buck. Talk about the media is talking about this Miami defense being like the 85 Bears or something. And I got to tell you guys, yes, they have a good defense, but I mean, dude, Texas A&M, I mean, I was never sold on them. I think Texas A&M, their quarterback turned it over 3 times. I think they made that defense look way better than what they really are. They have decent linebackers, not elite. This is my opinion, all right? And even their defensive ends, man, even that Bain guy, I mean, he's got, 7.5 sacks on the year, something like Caden Curry's got more sacks than he has. I never did get that hype about him. I never did agree with it. Heck of a player, good player. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying these guys get talked about like they're way better than what they actually are, in my opinion. But luckily, we get to go put it out on the field, and we'll find out whether I am right or wrong when talking about that. So Ryan Day taking over the play calling. Brian Hartline's going to be coaching the wide receivers, right? Something else to talk about is this coaching search that we're on. Obviously, Brian Hartline left. That vacated 2 positions. That vacated the offensive coordinator position and the wide receivers coach position. So you got to ask yourself, man, what is Ryan Day going to do there? Well, I'll tell you what he's going to do. Ryan Day is going to be hiring 2 coaches. He's going to be hiring an offensive coordinator for sure. That's happening. That's the intel we got over there on the Buckeye Scoop message board. Go over there. They're talking about it as well over there. But then the second coach that they're going to hire, it depends, man. There's going to be some current staff shuffling going on. And I first have to say that there's a couple. Shout out to Oracle on the Scoop message board. He had a good article on this today as well. There's still some of our offensive coaches that teams are trying to poach. 2 of those, Billy Fessler, Keenan Bailey. Okay, so those are both guys that have offers to go elsewhere. Other teams are trying to get them. And you kind of wonder how Ryan Day is going to handle that. Billy Fessler, I don't expect any of them to go anywhere. I'm bringing this up because there's some talk out there about Keenan Bailey being switched to the wide receivers coach. And also, J.J. Smith said today, Keenan Bailey has been in that wide receivers room a lot here lately. So I found that interesting as well. So really, Ryan Day has like freedom to he doesn't have to go out and necessarily find a wide receivers coach. He could promote somebody within to wide receivers coach and possibly even move Billy Fessler, quarterback and tight ends coach. Because remember, that's kind of the difference in this Buckeye team. 10 countable coaches, one of them being a quarterback coach. That's not really like the norm. That's what Ryan Day chose to do because Billy Fessler he's going to be a big-time offensive coordinator somewhere. I'm telling you, the dude's a genius. The dude is young. The dude is, got a bright future ahead of him, and we need to keep him on here as long as we can, but we won't be able to keep him forever, but we'll see. So when you shuffle the current staff around, that allows Ryan Day to kind of have a way broader pick of, okay, now what other coach am I going to bring in? I would venture to say that the offensive coordinator is going to be an elite manager, an elite play caller, can handle that. Ryan Day can leave the offensive meetings, go over the defensive meetings, kind of be more of that CEO type of person. Because yes, he's calling plays for this playoff, but Ryan Day understands that what is best for this Buckeye team is for him to be in the CEO position. And if he's calling plays, he cannot be in that CEO position. There's been a million more things piled on his plate, even from when he was here as the offensive coordinator. The transfer portal. He cannot be the permanent play caller for this team and the head coach at the same time. One of those will lack if he chooses to do that. So he will go out and hire a NFL offensive coordinator. If you ask me, that's what he's going to do. Go get somebody with some NFL experience. And, it leaves a pretty broad selection for that other coach that he goes out and gets, because he can shuffle some current staff members around. Are we going to lose another staff member? Possibly. It's what happens, guys, when you're the best program in the nation. Teams want a part of that. They want that system. They want that culture. They want that attitude in their locker room. How do you do that? Go grab one of the coaches that's been there for a minute, understands how to do that. So you can't really, blame them for doing that. So, overall, excited, man. I love listening to the players today, right? Their mindset. I loved Ryan Day coming out and saying he's going to be calling plays. I found that interesting. Didn't really expect that, to be honest with you. I expected him to give the old, well, everybody's always a part of play calling. But the next question I would have asked if I was in that room, I'm not sure why nobody did, but I would ask, who's going to be up in the box, right? Because even Ryan Day said, I've always thought it's best to be up in the box and have everything organized. Okay, so Brian Hartline's going to be coaching the wide receivers. If Brian Hartline's coaching the wide receivers, then Brian Hartline's going to be on the sideline. He's not going to be in the box. So who's going up in the box? That's the question that I have, man. I almost wonder if they're going to put Keenan up there, Billy, somebody up there, but that's going to be kind of a big change. Or are you going to leave Brian up there? Can you be the wide receivers coach and be in the box during game day? No. Yeah, I guess you can. That's what he's been doing all year, right? You got Jordan in there. So, yeah, I guess it won't change much. He'll probably still be up there in the box. But I don't know. It's a question I would have asked. I want to know the answer to that. But overall, I like where things are heading. The play calling thing, they've got that figured out. They got a plan. Offensive line, got that figured out. Got a plan. It's got to be Gabe Van Sickle or Josh Padilla. I love that. This, offensive line is going to be critical in this game, so it's going to be good stuff. I wanted to show you guys this. Legend Bay is officially signed with the Buckeyes. As of today, he officially, the Buckeyes got his letter. He's in the class. Let me show you guys who we got. I want to remind you guys the type of athlete that he is. Watch this, guys. This Legend Bay, look at him running around, almost gets tackled, doesn't get brought to the ground, playing with everybody. Look at him. Can't catch me. Decides to throw it. The guy runs for a touchdown. Elite athlete, guys. Elite athlete. I love it. I've known the type of athlete and player he is, but when you put in the whole dynamic of this entire recruitment, the fact that the Buckeyes went after him and flipped him in the first place, the fact that there's been all this drama surrounding his recruitment, and the Buckeyes have still been in the fold, there's just something that tells me that the Buckeyes view Legend Bay as somebody that can make an impact day one. That's just how I feel. I know his recruiting ranking doesn't show that. I haven't heard a lot of people talk about that. But I don't know, guys. I just have this feeling that the Buckeyes feel like Legend Bay can come in here and make a big impact from day one. Now, whether that's at the running back position with Bo Jackson, whether that's punt returns, kick returns. I don't know what that looks like, but don't be surprised next year, guys, if you see Legend Bay come into this program and make an impact. Just my prediction. Roll Tide, I appreciate you, man, dude. I don't know where you came from, Roll Tide, but I'm sure glad you came over here, bro. He's been awesome, man. Yeah, you guys are awesome. Hit that like button, like Roll Tide says, man. Share this feed on your X, your Instagram, Facebook, all that stuff. You guys know what it is. If you're a new listener, understand this. I stream on 2 channels. If you're watching the Buckeye Boys channel, anything that comes into that channel gets put right back out for you guys, to ticket giveaways, to trivia question giveaways, or just Venmo you money or whatever it is. So I do this for fun, guys. God has blessed me in that area, and I use that and bless others. So the growth on the Buckeye Boys channel has been phenomenal because of you guys. It's awesome. I'm trying to get to the point where next year I give away, sets of 2. I want to be able to give away 2 tickets to a regular season game. That way you can take a friend with you and go, or and also 2 tickets to a playoff game. That's what I'm trying to do, right? So we're gaining a little money on the YouTube. The Buckeye Boys channel is making a little bit of money now, so I'm stashing that away, letting that build up a little bit. That way we can have some money in the bank, because really it's our money, guys, and I put it back in here for ticket giveaways and stuff like that. So I'm pretty transparent about that. So it is what it is, but yeah, guys, tomorrow got Dalton from PFF coming on at 8:10. We're going to dive deeper into this Miami game, and that's the plan, right, for the remainder of the week after today. Probably diving into what we're looking at against this Miami team. I've already done a lot of research about talking about, where they're ranked compared to us. Oddly similar, by the way, as far as national team rankings per NCAA. These teams are fairly similar in that regard, minus in the red zone. So I like it, guys. Got a really good feeling right now. I just do. I got a good feeling. I'll tell you, I'm not going to give a score prediction, but my feelings right now where we sit are Buckeyes by 10 plus points. Okay. And I'll also say this. These Miami fans, and I personally am a fan of this. Like, I don't mind. Like, they say the same things about us, guys. Like, we make statements like, hey, I see us winning by 10. Okay. And the truth is, could Miami beat this team? Yeah, they could. They can beat us. That's the reality of it. Indiana beat us. If we come out playing flat, Miami has plenty of skill on their team to come out and beat us. It's the fact that I'm 99% sure this team, J.J. Smith, Ryan Day, Arvell Reese, Sonny Styles, bro, like, this is their last opportunity. They're going to come out swinging. And if the Buckeyes play at 80% and Miami plays at their best game of the season, the Buckeyes still win the game, right? If both the teams played 80%, as of right now, I think the Buckeyes walk away with a 10-plus point lead. I try to remove my scarlet glasses when I say that. The reason why I say that is the quarterback position and the secondary. I think the Buckeyes have the advantage at the quarterback position, and I think our wide receivers had the advantage over their secondary. Right? And, man, if you can stop Miami from running up the middle, I don't know what they're going to do, right? I mean, watch the Texas A&M game, watch the SMU game, watch the Louisville game. Both those games, they had under 100 yards rushing. And if there's one thing that this Buckeye team is really good at, it is that. Because of K-Mac, Will Smith, Tywan Malone, Edric Houston, Arvell Reese, Sonny Styles, like those guys, man. Those guys. So This defense has not given up 17 points on the season. When I look at Miami's offense, I do not see them scoring 17 points on this defense. Matt Patricia and Caleb Downs and all that. I just don't see that happening. And after Indiana's performance, or after our performance in the Indiana game offensively, and Ryan Day taking over on the offensive side of the ball, I see us scoring more than 17 points, right? Because again, the Indiana game ultimately is a blessing, right? The fact that we lost that forced Ryan Day's hand. It forced it because we all want to know, why did we stick with 13, 14 personnel? Well, everybody knows Ryan Day can get a little stubborn at times, right? I mean, that is like a quality of super successful people, right? They get a little stubborn at times when they latch on to something. And in terms of success, he had success all year doing it, as in they kept winning. All right. So why would you change? You keep winning. I'm not going to change it. It's working. We're winning. We're doing less snaps per game. We get to save J.J. Smith and Carnell Tate from being in there down the red zone. We don't need them. We're scoring on 13, 14 personnel. Ultimately, that's what it is. I think several things contribute to it, but you got the stubbornness of investing so much time into something. You don't want to give it up. You want to make it work. You want to make it work. You want to make it work. And then you got the Keelan Bailey aspect of how much he's done for this team and wanting to throw him a bone. I don't think it's one particular thing. I think all that goes into play. But when you lose a game because you went in the red zone twice and came out with 0 points, that forces your hand. All right. That forces your hand right there. And it's been forced. That's what we got. Indiana also showed some things to us, our defense, that needs to get worked on, right? The nickel position, they're going to fire after that. I expect Miami to do that. They're going to try to take advantage, right? Put Lorenzo Styles in some positions where he's got to cover down the field. They're going to try to take advantage of that. They're going to put Tony in that position. Their freshman, wide receiver who is a baller. Dude's a baller. They're going to try to do that. But Matt Patricia, and Caleb Downs. So I already see this. Where's Tank? Tank, come here, girl. They want to see you. Come here. Oh, you sleepy tired? She was taking a nap. Here's Tank. She sleeps at my feet during the show. Dev, Buckeye Boys is not showing up on my feed. I enjoy watching your show. Really? Hey, appreciate that, Rhonda. Yeah, I mean, if anybody's watched this show for any amount of time, you know my testimony, you know my story. Jesus radically saved my life. I love spreading the good news on this channel. But yeah, it's just type in Buckeye Boys with 1 Z. I should pop up on your feed. If you subscribe and hit the alert bell, it'll pop up. But yeah, thanks, Johnny, for the $1.99. There's Tank. She's down here stretching now. I woke her up from her nap. She had her first vet appointment. Man, I got to board her because I got to go to this game. I don't want to board her, guys. I'm nervous about that. I do not want to leave my dog, boarded at a vet. But I went in there, met him, saw where she was going to be boarded, paid for all the extra, take her out to play and cuddle time and all that bull crap. Man, they really get you guys. Like, I'm going to start a pet boarding school. So, yeah, her name's Tinker, but I call her Tink, like Tinkerbell. She's a little princess. So Tinkerbell. Yeah. Doodah Man, thank you so much for the $20. Dev, wear your lucky shirt to the Cotton Bowl, the shirt you wore at last year's playoff. I am superstitious. Doodah Man, do not worry. I am as well. My lucky shirt is hanging right there. It's the Jeremiah Smith jersey. It will be worn. I wore it to every one of them last year. It's going to be worn again. Don't you fret, man. I have some socks too. So, yeah. Don't worry. I got this. I think in that way too when it comes to this. So, Yeah, guys. All right, y'all. That's all I got. Time to cruise up and down this chat, see what's on y'all's mind. Let's scroll up a little bit here. Yeah, that's weird. Maybe somebody in the chat, if Rhonda pops up in there and has any more questions about finding the channel, maybe you guys can help her out and kind of show her or tell her how to. That's weird. When I type it in, obviously it pops right up, but I'm subscribed. Does anybody else have trouble finding the Buckeye Boys channel on YouTube? If you have, let me know. Yeah, I have a friend that can watch her, so I might end up leaving her with my buddy. The back of my shirt says Buckeye. It says Buckeyes. Actually, Angie got me this. Angie got me this shirt. So it's pretty nice. Rhonda said she is subscribed. That's weird. Yeah, Rhonda, you got the alert bell hit on there. You know, dude, it's YouTube's weird. So dang, I just realized that you was talking about the other show. I thought you meant Buckeye Boys. All right, now I'm lost. I'm lost from the chat, guys, but that's okay. Yeah, there is when I first created the name of the show, I got on and obviously typed in Buckeye Boys, and what popped up was, yeah, these younger kids that went out and did like nature-y stuff, cooking stuff, all that stuff. And then there was a band. They played music as well, but they weren't active for years. So this was the only that I know of. I don't know any problem or any other show called Buckeye Boys that's actually active. I think when I started like 2 years ago, the other Buckeye Boys channel, their latest video is like 5 years ago. So I went ahead and did it anyway. But yeah. If you got any questions or anything, put it in the chat. Got about 5 more minutes and I'll hop off. Yeah, Steely, the rap video at the kids. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Gonna find them guys. Bring them on here, man. Gotta bring them on. So Quentin Cypher, the linebacker that just signed with us, dude is a beast, guys. Go follow him on Twitter. Go show him love and retweet his tweets because he is killing it with recruiting for this 27 class. He has a teammate in Rashad Streets, I think. Yeah, Rashad Streets. He's a top 10 defensive end, plays on his team. He's going to be coming on the show. Got a hold of him. I'm going to try to get Quentin on here as well, both of them at the same time. So they're coming on here. I think Rashad Street's going to end up a Buckeye. And let me tell you something. Go watch his film. He's 6'5", 225 pounds right now. Dude's a beast. I'm actually going to look up where he is rated. I'm curious. I forget. Oh, come on, computer. Yeah, Millbrook. Yeah, dude. Number 8 edge, number 66 player nationally. And Quentin Cypher's on him like wild. So I love it, bro. Go follow him and whatnot. There any word on some other transfer portal guys for us or just Rogers right now? No, there's going to be more. I know of 2 more. I shouldn't even have told you guys I knew of 2 more because I'm not allowed to say their names right now. I'm sorry. I hate doing that. I shouldn't even have said that, but I was asked to not say anything. But nobody that I've heard of that would have a chance to make an impact next year, in my opinion. I will say there's going to be some offensive linemen. That's going to be the closest you get to dang, I didn't want to lose him, man. I think he would have made an impact, later on, but they're getting offers, guys, right? Some of these backup offensive linemen that haven't even seen the field this year are getting wild offers. It's crazy. I mean, the tampering going on, it's open tampering, guys. There's too many back channels, right? So it's just like, let's say you're the Miami head coach. Dude, I mean, he's got friends. He'll just say, hey, dude, one of his friends is not connected to Miami. Hey, call Carter Lowe and tell him we'll give him $500,000 a year to transfer here. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, that's what's going on. It's going on like crazy too. So, and I just use that as an example. Any more on Coleman? Still like where we're sitting. It's going to come down to a Chris Henry type of decision, a Caleb Downs type of decision, a Quinshon Judkins type of decision. We're not going to be the highest payer. Virginia Tech has offered a lot of money, a lot of money. They got a $20 million nil gift, and they are using that to try to get Chaz Coleman. James Franklin ultimately won his recruitment the first time around, so that's where it's at. But, I made a pick that he's going to be a Buckeye. I'm holding on to that pick, and I haven't learned anything that has, dropped my confidence on that. WinStars, yeah, we're going to be sad about it, dude. We're sad anytime we see a Buckeye leave. But no, you'll be sad about it for at least the two I know of. You'll be sad about it for 6 hours, and then we'll move on. Man, I hate how that sounds. But I guess it's just what it is, guys. I guess it is what it is. Yeah, Chris. People talk to agents too. Yeah, for sure. Let's see. I think we talked about it already, right? I didn't bring this up. Brian Hartline, USF offering Angelo Smith. I guess we won't get into that much, but wonder if he didn't get Ryan Day's permission. Ryan Day found out, and that was the straw that pushed the camel's back to where Ryan Day said, oh, okay, well, you're definitely not calling plays now. Your mind is elsewhere, because some people feel like there's no way he did that without getting permission, and I just don't think I believe that. I hope, but I don't know. I don't know. All right, y'all. I think that's it. Dalton, tomorrow, deep dive into this Miami. PFF's pretty high on Miami. They're pretty high on Bain. So we'll see. I was told that is what happened, Chris. What, Chris? That he did get permission or didn't get permission? I'm not going to say what I was told, but Don Jizzle Montana, I.O. Heck yeah. Yeah, I mean, they're as loyal as you can be till you see that money, man. Put yourself in their shoes. First off, take yourself back to when you were 17 and 18 and 19 and 20, and then ask yourself, right? Didn't get permission, Chris. Well, I think we're on the same page on what we heard. Rumor, not confirmed, but anyway. All right, y'all. Thank you, Liz. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate you, Steely, Natural, all y'all in here, man. Appreciate your Bucks forever. Oh, okay. Wonder, man, all these different names popping in here, bro. I remember seeing Chris, seeing that name too, though. But all right, I got you now. Pack them up. Ryan Day did, essentially. Said, hey, peace, homeboy. All right, y'all. Hey, I appreciate you guys. Tune in tomorrow at 8:10 on both channels. Man, you guys already know Dalton's been on here before. Gives great insight into these teams. I love having him on because I don't watch Miami that much. I don't know a lot of information about their team, but boy, he does. He knows a lot about all the teams. He dives into, all that stuff. Our emails, Devitt's our emails. I am Montana 808. What is in you? You emailed me? Have I emailed you back and forth? I don't know. Sometimes I get confused, guys. Sorry. But all right, y'all. I appreciate you guys. We'll see you tomorrow. Don't forget, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, share this feed on your X, your Instagram, all that. If you're listening to us on Apple Podcast, hit that like, hit that subscribe button as well. Go become a member of the Buckeye Scoop message board. Cheryl, Jesus wins 100% of the time. Every time. When you go through deep waters, he will be with you. When you go through rivers of difficulty, you will not drown. He will be by your side. And when you go through flames of oppression, you will not be burned. The flames will not consume you because he is your God. Jesus loves you. He's got a plan and a purpose for your life, whether you know it or not. On that note, I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Go Buckeyes. OH.